All right, here we go. So I am playing some Kashtira's, and my opponent is playing Sword Soul. Now, I go ahead and start off Unicorn, go Birth, summon out Fenrir off of the Birth, and then I grab Tier Limits Kashtira, and then I go Shangri-Ara, and then summon out Rise Heart right here. Rise Heart is going to send the Big Bang to allow me to detach one material from this card, so then that way I can summon the Fenrir onto the field, which is exactly what I do. Now, right here, what I should have done is, and this should be the reminding factor right here. The name, the first part of that name should be the reminding factor of why I should link this off or exceed this off first for Kashtira Rise Heart. Because if I send three cards from their deck to their graveyard and it's tier limits and they start popping off before I can get to my Rise Heart, I would feel pretty stupid. So that's my first misplay right there, right? First big misplay. Now, luckily it's not, and luckily I did not send the Vashuda to the graveyard, because that would be pretty devastating for my board. So I go ahead and summon out Unicorn, and then my off of the Birth, by the way. So then I go ahead and activate Shangri-Ara, and my opponent's going to activate an Ash Blossom. So I go ahead and attach a card. Of course, the card I want to attach is Big Bang. And if you don't know why Big Bang is good to attach, let me show you. So I'll show you exactly why Big Bang is good to attach. Now, the card that I'm worried about the most is Infinite Impermanence, which is why I'm blocking off all these zones. I really don't care about anything else. Even if it's blackout, I really don't care. I can get rid of the blackout before it pops anything on my field. So I don't really care about that. Now, I go ahead and activate the Arise Heart and detach the Big Bang, and I make sure that Fenrir is attached to one of these cards. So right here, just go ahead and activate that big bang. Fenrir detaches and reattaches. My opponent is going to go Arch Nemesis Protos. Now, this is why I wanted Fenrir out on the field so bad, because I knew that all of his back zones are blocked. So whatever he summons has to activate a monster effect on the field to break my board. Now, let's see what he chooses to actually do right here, right? Now, he could have actually broke this board. I think he could have actually broke my board, but I don't think he played this correctly. Now, he starts off with I can't see it right now, but the Sorcerer Moyi. Now, I didn't notice at the time. He starts off with the Moyi, but he also has Vashuda. I mean, not Vashuda, but the other, the one that makes the level 10 synchros. He has that shit in his hand. Um, Long Yuan. He has Long Yuan in his hand. If he had started off with the Long Yuan play, basically he could have attempted to make a level 10 synchro first, right? And that would have baited out the negate that I got here, right? That would have destroyed the Long Yuan. Okay, whoop de doo, now he can't make his level 10, right? Then, once that happens, what he could have done after that is done this play right here, because he would have had the token. The same thing, the same board would be set up right now, right? But he wouldn't have used his normal summon. I would have done exactly what I'm doing now. He could activate this, and he could have called Earth right here if he wanted to, or he could have just called Dark. Now, if he calls Dark, that would stop the play, or that would do exactly what he's doing right now. Boom. He pops my monster. I lose my Rise Heart. Now his monsters go to his graveyard. Boom. He's in good footing, right? Then this would happen. I would lock up some zones, and he would be summoning out Moyi right here instead of activating Long Yuan. Boom. So that would then allow him to go into a level 8 synchro, which he could have went into the, I think it's the Draco Berserker of the Tenyi, Boom. He can attack twice with that monster. So he can attack into my Fenrir, clearing out my Fenrir, and then it would gain attack. And then he would be able to beat over one of these two monsters. So that would clear one of those. Then one of these cards would activate again on my turn, and he could banish it because it activates. So then I would be stuck with just a unicorn and a ash blossom, and of course I would have to rebuild my board. Or he could just clear the unicorn and have me stuck with the Fenrir. I don't know. That's the best possible play that I could think of that he could have done with Draco Berserker the Tinyi. And I would have had, I mean, the reason I say Fenrir in the first place, the reason I say clear Fenrir rather than Unicorn is because Fenrir can banish his Draco Berserker. With Unicorn, I have to figure out a way to clear his Draco Berserker because I can't just banish it like, and then it would clear off all my board except for Unicorn. So I would have to activate Birth, and then of course attack with Fenrir to basically clear his board because I can't just go into a uh, I can't just go into an Arise Heart unless it still allows me to do it off of going into this last Shangri-Ara. But just attacking into it, I would banish it with Fenrir, and then he'd be still in the game. But what he does is a little bit different, and I see the vision in it. I see the vision in it. He activates Baron de Flor right here, and of course I lose my material right here, and now he can't beat over this. So he has to crash into a Fenrir or a Unicorn right here. One of the two. Those are the only two he can destroy. He chooses, for whatever reason, he chooses Unicorn. Now, I would have chose Fenrir, if I'm being honest, because Fenrir is the one that can banish your Baron de Flor. So I would have chose Fenrir. So boom, Shangri-Ara activates, and I intentionally activate the one with material because I know he's going to Baron de Flor negate. Now if I'd activated this one, I'd lose a monster. He'd clear up a bunch of zones right there. But intentionally activated this one down here. And then he negates it. Of course, I protect it by discarding that card, and then that triggered my Fenrir to go ahead and banish his Baron de Flor and lock him out of two more zones, which means now he has no more synchro summon options. Now the other way that I was saying originally would have opened up all of these and kept him potentially in the game, and it would have been up to if I had the skill or not, right? He doesn't know I got Maxi. He doesn't know I got Ash Blossom, but potentially could have opened him up to still be in this game, you know. And of course, he has to scoop it up. So some players are just so fixated with doing the basic line sword soul combos that they don't really utilize their entirety of their extra deck. Could that have been the play? Maybe. I don't know. Also, another monster that could attack and clear a bunch of that stuff is this card right here, Cheng Ying. Um, Now, here's the thing about Cheng Ying that makes Cheng Ying so nice as well. If a card is banished during the damage step, you can banish one card from both your opponent's field and graveyard, right? So, this card could have did some craziness, and this is what I was hoping he didn't go into, is because if he had went into Cheng Ying, he also could have done the same thing. And now, if Cheng Ying was the better play, maybe he could have done something crazy too, because each card banished, this card gains 1,000 attack, which means I had a lot of shit banished. He had a lot of shit banished. Everything gets banished. So he could have actually reduced my board to damn near nothing. He would have only been able to attack once, but every time something got banished, he could banish something basically. Or not every single time, but hopefully that makes sense. So he could have done something different than what he did, but hey, it is what it is. Let me show y'all my deck, and this is what I was playing. Straight up cash Tiras, and this deck absolutely cooks. My opponent really didn't stand a chance. So if y'all like this video, hopefully y'all, try this deck out. If you like it, give it a like. If not, give it 2 likes. Hey, 2 likes. 2 likes is better than or not 2 likes, but 2 dislikes. 2 dislikes is better than 1 dislike, right? So dislike that sucker twice. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.